It's back to the classroom. With the Uvalde shooting still on the minds of many, parents are concerned about protecting their kids. We'll tell you how officers are being trained, plus the White Bear Lake Police and Fire Departments have been busy making new friends. We'll show you all the ways we're reaching out. I'm Tracy Menarchek.
I'm Kurt Friesen.
And I've been seeing you in the fire department around a lot this summer.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a busy summer for community events for police and fire. I think we're both getting out to as many events as we can now.
Yeah.
Now that the weather's nice, so it's been really good.
We cram everything in for the summer months while kids are out of school and it's nice out. And
Yep. Yeah, it's been a good summer, just busy.
True, very busy.
White Bear Lake Police and Fire traveled around the city to meet up with neighbors during this year's Night to Unite.
Here are some of the moments that made it a night to remember.
Oh, that's all right.
He's that awkward camera guy who hangs out in the background.
Yeah. But getting pictures from all angles.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for a better night other than tea, but it's kind of nice having the sun behind the clouds.
No, like you mean what? My kids.
So it's been about close to 20 years, I think.
Last week was nice.
With the exception, there was one year we were out of town on a vacation, and one year it was the pandemic, but we try and do it every year, and all the neighbors pitch in. And
what's he doing up there, fishing?
Everyone kind of just expects it. We don't even have to really invite people, they just plan on it, so it's fun.
Most departments that put on a 5 years.
Yeah, people are good. They bring stuff.
That's good. That's really good.
Food and good cheer.
So what do you think of tonight's event?
Oh, I think this is great, just to get out and build community. More important now than ever, right?
This has been done for years in their driveway, and this community around here, some people had to move away or that kind of thing. 2 or 3 groups came back tonight, and it's just like we're a big family. If something happens, everybody helps. Over here, do you need this, do you not? Within the next 3 or 4 blocks.
This is the biggest one we've been to. So
Oh, yeah?
that's another spot that we can connect to a hydrant. Except this one goes straight to the ladder. Yep. So that's how we drain water out.
Maybe. Is there a hydrant around here? We could have hooked that up. We could have done that. Yeah.
It seems like every year it grows a little bit more, word spreads, and people come further and further away, and I think it's just great that people get to know their neighbors.
It doesn't have the generator.
I was just telling these guys, I would take a guess at where we are in the planning phase. It'd either be late this year or early.
Thank you. Terry! See you later.
Bye, Terry.
See you, Terry.
Thanks, guys, for everything you do.
Take care.
Yep.
And for Night to Unite, you, the fire department, had a lot of picnics.
Yeah, I think our total list this year was in the mid-50s. So, and it's a tight window of a couple hours, so we try to meet everyone and interact with the community, but also be timely about it so we can make it to as many of them as we can in the night. So.
Yeah, and our time was limited, and we have more vehicles than you guys, and so you have more people than we do, but you pile them all into a few vehicles.
Yeah, it was a good year. We got to meet with the community. We got to have council member ride with. Our staff got out and interacted. it's a fun event, but it's a very fast-paced.
Yes, very busy.
Yeah,
it is
party
nice to
party.
see everybody, but you're like, okay, gotta go.
Yeah.
Good talking to you. Police and fire educated strictly a younger crowd earlier this week at the annual safety camp, where kids spent the day learning CPR, fire, and bike safety. And you guys were there, the fire department was there.
Yeah, another great event that the city puts on. There's a lot of different safety trainings that the kids go through in one day. Specifically us, we got to work with them on fire prevention and do a lot of question answer, so it was good to work with the kids on that.
Well, and every year Carrie Barco, she puts it on, and this year we had free life jackets for every camper from Abby's Hope Charity Foundation, so that was really great. It's fun to do different things and have different things for the kids to learn about.
It is. It seemed like everyone enjoyed it.
Yes, so great job by everybody. It's always a full house, so remember to sign up early next year. Coming up after the break,
Public Safety Trains for Protecting Students. We'll have the details.
Got on me scooping. Anyways, we're 16-year-old girls that do
How are you?
We got police officers just remote.
19 children and 2 adults were killed in a shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas this past May. Captain Dale Hager is here to talk about how the police department is preparing for such an event. Captain Hager, thank you very much for being here.
Of course.
So can you first tell us maybe how, as a department or as the people on the department, how do we react during an event like this that comes on the news about a school shooting?
Yeah, well, most of the people on the department, maybe not most, but a good percentage of us are parents. And so we have the same reaction as everybody else does in the country. It's a horrific event, and our heart goes out to everybody that's involved. We handle it, I think, we internalize it initially as a personal event. How would we handle it if it was our children involved or people that we knew involved or loved ones involved. And then at some point in time, I think police officers cross over to how would we have handled that as a police department, and could we have handled that as a police department. And so we're always kind of thinking of things from my perspective in kind of 2 ways. Personally, I hope that never happens to anybody that I know. Hope it never happens again. But and then we think of it from our law enforcement side of how would we handle that incident, and of course we think about how the officers involved handled it, and our natural reaction always is to critique. Sometimes it's not to critique, sometimes it's actually to throw accolades at them, like they did a fantastic job at it, but we kind of instinctually put ourselves in their position to see how it is that we think we would have, how would we have done in the same situation.
And if there are mistakes, or if we are critiquing, we're doing it to improve our ability to respond to something like that.
Yeah, I know that's a natural instinct too, is when you critique other officers, you feel like you're second guessing somebody, and of course we all are a little sensitive to being second guessed, so but I think it's really natural. And I tell people and students that I talk to, if I'm ever involved in a critical incident, whether I win, lose, or draw, I hope officers in the future use me as an example of either what to do or what not to do, and I hope that it can maybe save lives or manifest itself in a positive outcome at the end because of the lessons that I might have provided.
And so as we're taping today, we're kind of in the middle of where we're getting ready to do a training for active shooter or mass shooting situation. You want to talk about that and how we're preparing?
Yeah. Well, you know, regularly we do prepare for mass incidents like this, and of course a popular phrase is a school shooting, but it certainly doesn't have to be at a school. It can be anywhere. So we are preparing, continuing to prepare by having a pretty big training event coming up, where we have a few of our firearms experts, use of force experts, some of our SWAT personnel are developing a training to help us in a realistic scenario provide help during an incident that we kind of just created, right? That you know, it happens to be at a school, so we're certainly practicing a school shooting here, but it could be in any building anywhere, and we're hoping that it's going to really help our officers just feel the realism of what events like this look like. And I think that the more you train in these types of events, the better you are prepared when it really happens, right? Practice makes perfect. So.
Right. And we've had a lot of events. We do a lot in the community. Have people come up to you in particular, or maybe to anybody else on our department, about their concerns, safety concerns? Because we do have Century College, and then we have the new high school that's being built. So we have a lot of kids. A big portion of the district is here in the city of White Bear Lake.
Yeah.
Have people said anything to you?
Yeah, you know, that's a great point. I think I know that I've gone through it through our whole career, and you know, I know we've both been in law enforcement for a little while, and it's pretty natural for people to come up to us and kind of express their concerns about what would we do, or how horrible this event was. And I think it's an expectation, and I think it's a realistic expectation of the public to assume that we are on top of it, right? That we are training, that we are looking for best practices, examples of how to combat incidents like these, try to minimize the number of casualties, or completely take away any casualties at all. And so it's good the public can hold us accountable for events like that, even if they don't know they're doing that. They're bringing the issues up to us, and it forces us to just stay on top of it. So I think it's great. I don't have any problem with it. I know people have a lot of fear over it, and you know, I can't do anything about that, except we can only do our part and kind of do what I think the expectation is upon us.
And so, wrapping up, if there's anybody who's still concerned about it, what would you say?
Well, this isn't the answer everybody always wants to hear, but I think it's important to know that, you know, with that Uvalde shooting, there were tens of millions of students in school that day that didn't suffer through an event like this. And there were very few, statistically speaking, that did go through this event. And so the odds are overwhelming that my children in school, your child that's in school, and everybody else that's maybe watching this, their children are not going to go through this event ever, and millions of kids never do. It doesn't mean that there's not some anxiety about school. And so I guess all I can say is, at least from the White Bear Lake police perspective, we're doing what we can to try to prepare for this. I know the school, we work closely with the White Bear Lake School District to make sure that they're prepared, and I think that with that collaboration and constantly working on best practices and constantly working on ideas to minimize the opportunities for people to take advantage of the system like that, I think that we're bound to make a difference in this in the long run. So all I can say is just have faith in the system, that we are doing what we're supposed to be doing, and I guess that's it.
And I think if they have questions or concerns, we're always approachable, and the school district as well. And if they don't go to our school district or have our police department, they could ask their local agency, right?
Yeah, of course. I know all agencies are going through this. All school districts are going through this, and I suspect the school district fields phone calls constantly about their citizens' concern and parents' concerns. And like I said, we have a great working relationship with our White Bear Lake School District and the superintendent there. I know that we're all on the same team. We all want the same outcome here. So I would encourage the kids that go to other school districts, as you said, or live in other cities with other police departments, to reach out if they have any concerns.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Of course, thank you.
The police department has been mingling with the public in the sweetest ways. Take a look.
Everybody loves donuts. Right? You guys like donuts, I like donuts, the police like donuts.
I like donuts. That stereotype is true. We all like donuts. It's very rare when you meet someone who doesn't like a donut. And honestly, I don't trust those people.
Do you want to be a police officer when you grow up?
We came out here to talk with the police officers and have donuts. They've been all talking with Harrison and his gear and how he wants to be a police officer when he grows up.
Nowadays, all interactions with police people don't think are so great, but giving out free donuts, free coffee, juice, it's nice to see smiling faces on everyone. It's nice to interact, especially with kids, and make those positive police relations with them early.
Here we're recording each other.
Yeah. MnDOT has launched an automated shuttle program in White Bear Lake called Beartrax.
The free multi-passenger shuttle was unveiled during a ribbon-cutting ceremony where all eyes were on the city. Producer Mary Klein and photographer Lou Lee have the story.
DJ, you want to sit by the mayor, or who do you want to sit by?
Sure. We're really excited to have this in White Bear. It was a competitive process for the city and the metro to get this partnership with MnDOT. Technology like this is a really good fit for our community because we have such a quaint small town.
During the unveiling of the new Beartrax automated pilot program in White Bear Lake, passengers were invited to take a ride on the self-driving electric shuttle. Commissioner Nancy Dovenberger among the first.
Things to plan for, right?
The shuttle's mile-and-a-half route will make 4 stops, beginning and ending at the YMCA, where it will run Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 1:30.
We're looking for everybody to participate, so please, if you're going to take a ride, there's some rider surveys. Join in on those surveys and tell us what you think.
The city partnered with many organizations to compete for the MnDOT grant, paying for this year-long pilot program.
And this is an exciting day for transportation in Minnesota.
Hoping to learn more about self-driving in a safe environment at slow speeds, about 10 to 12 miles per hour.
I guess it kind of was what I expected. It was slow, but it was, you know, we felt safe.
The residential route makes 2 stops at senior housing developments.
We can enjoy our commute together.
Beartrax, a partner from the project's inception, will provide the safety operator, storage and maintenance of the shuttle over the next 12 months. Executive Director Mike Greenbaum says the program hopes to enable those in need with individualized transportation.
For me, it's so exciting because this is really the work that we do on a daily basis, trying to fill transportation gaps for adults with disabilities and seniors, and being able to see the future of what that might look like.
In addition to gathering data and user experience information, the program aims to advance the operation of automated vehicle technology in year-round conditions.
You don't see a steering wheel, you don't see an acceleration pedal, you don't have a radio, you don't have some of those features that you're used to in a car. The air works really good on hot days, and I'm told the heat works really well on cold days.
The ride is free and carries up to 11 passengers and 1 wheelchair passenger. To learn more, visit beartraxwbl.org.
Coming up, Fridays are much better when you spend them with a firefighter. We'll have all the details.
Public Safety Night has become a tradition during Market Fest in White Bear Lake, and the public came out in full force this year, even Santa.
It's a long ways up. It's pretty cool because like right here, if you went all the way to the top, you can see Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Intersection. There's a car that's all, we're going to cut up.
This community is incredible. Our chief and everything, the stuff we've done with our community events and connecting with the community, everyone seems to have a positive attitude with us.
We're out to kind of be the real face behind the phone. It's like we are humans and we want to make contact with other humans that we help. So happy to be here.
So far it's been a pretty positive experience. I've really learned a lot about getting into law enforcement with him, so it's been a good experience with the White Bear Police Reserve.
We've got a great community in downtown White Bear and so happy that we can share it with everyone.
Yeah.
Ready? All right, ready? 1, 2.
That was really fun.
Pretty cool.
You have a great day and Merry Christmas.
Another fun event for families is Fridays with Firefighters. Here's what makes this event so popular among kids.
We're ready for the kids. Here they come. They're coming out. So we're going to give them a tour or let them know what's going on and go from there.
Tail right there. Pull right back to you. Oh, good job. Then you can move it all around. Good job. Get the front door. There you go.
Not bad.
Maybe if she gives it to you, you might want it, right?
Grab it. You put it on your shirt. Other way.
You want to take it for a spin around the block? You want to drive it? I'm just...
Fridays with Firefighters looks like it's a lot of fun, and you've got one coming up when?
August 19th. That will be the last one for this year, but we do have our large open house, the fire department, fire prevention open house, October 4th.
But if they miss the Fridays with Firefighters coming up, they have to wait until next summer. All right. Looks like a lot of fun though. You guys do a good job.
Yeah, no, everyone enjoys it. It's a good time, so we enjoy it too.
Good.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Lake Erie Beat. I'm Kurt Friesen.
I'm Tracy Menarchuk. We'll see you next time.
There's a lot of fish in the water.
She has it memorized. She studies enough for both of us. Overachiever. She's a broken woman. Piecing this together now instead of making us
Like,
redo it.
whatever. Let's just get this over with right now. I said photographer. Did you see that?
Let it go, let it go.
Sorry, okay, moving on.
Ah, she caught it.
What did you do?
I added a word.
Word?
Well, never mind. I didn't do anything.
What word did you add?
Just don't mind that. It
Okay.
wasn't exactly to the script.
Oh, all right.
Last up was because it's